This evening, beloved Nada, who is the Lord of the sixth ray, will be speaking to us. So I would like to invite you to sing her song, meditate on her.
232.
And so we will sing with all of our heart's love to beloved Nada in gratitude for what she has done for all of us through the centuries, unbeknownst to us. Chohan, Lords of the seven rays, I call thee to manifest in this city. I call to legions of white fire and blue lightning from the heart of God in the great central sun. Come forth, holy Justinius, captain of seraphic bands. Come forth, seraphim of God, mighty cherubim. Legions of the great central sun, descend to earth. Cut free the light-bearer, bind all forces of darkness pitted against them. O Lord, deliver this planet into the heart of the living God. Rescue souls caught on the astral plane. Raise us up, infire our chakras. Let the love in our hearts unfold to enfold the entire earth. O beloved ascended Lady Master Nada, beloved mighty Estrella, come now for the quickening of our hearts with love. Open our hearts as the rose of light, petals unfolding. O God, use us as thy instruments. Teach us Banish all ignorance. Raise us up into the beauty of the realm of light, and let us bring that light to earth, on earth as in heaven. O God, we see the need and we feel world pain. Use us to alleviate this pain, O God. Let us be healed quickly of our own internal problems, that we might with abandon and with wholeness go forth to rescue that which is lost and fragmented. We offer this prayer through the Sacred Heart of Jesus, the Immaculate Heart of Mary, the purple fiery heart of Saint Germain, in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and the Divine Mother. Amen. into this city of Jesus Christ, I am come to nurture your souls and many souls. I am Nada of the living flame of love. By the sword of the ruby ray, love's own, I cut free many from perversions of love out of the astral plane, suffusion in self, in pessimism, in that denial of love itself. I come to turn souls right side out. I come to turn them to the God of love, understanding that this love is all embracing, embracing all of the virtues of God, all of the attributes of God. Do you understand this, beloved? When you think of justice or mercy, when you think of truth, all is love. All is an extension of love, a new qualification of love that is ever moving through you, stimulating the body temple and allowing it to be the full outpouring. Pore by pore, let love stream through you. Love is the transmutation of violet flame. Love is all dispensations of God to intercede on behalf of those who have strayed or been led astray. Many angels gather, and the fierceness of expression on the face of seraphim who now accompany Astrea and hosts of the fourth ray will teach you also another face of love. Love that is the fierceness, razor's edge that can separate you from false loves without even harming so much as a hair of your very skin. Yes, beloved, the true and the false, the light and the dark are commingled. Thus, for the self to emerge, there must be a purging love. It is the ruby ray. Purging love is too the trial by fire. I am Nada of the law of love, and by love I have been the advocate for many, many centuries on behalf of the child of light that has been abused by fallen angels and woman persecuted, not by the true sons of God, but by those devils in embodiment who are a disgrace to the masculine ray. Yes, beloved, I am the champion of the cause of the woman and her seed. I come to champion your cause before the bar of justice, before the lords of karma. Do not take to yourselves the guilt which children do when they are abused by parents or others. The soul who has been violated is not guilty, except in this, beloved, for the failure to develop enough love as the all-seeing eye of God, to have the discernment and the discrimination not to approach these fallen ones who come to rape you of your light and tear your children from your breast and womb. Yes, beloved, I come as a goddess of love, if you will, a being of light who does stand between you and the oppressors. I champion the soul of sons of God who bear the masculine ray in this hour, for as you know, the soul is the feminine potential of man, of woman, and child. I come therefore with legions of love. They have called me to be their spokesman. as they come from far-off worlds, some in rose, some in delicate pink, some in ruby fire, some with the fierceness of hosts arrayed for the battle. But come they do, beloved, for they have heard the call of Jesus. They have heard the call of the revolution taken up again by this woman and yourselves, that revolution for and on behalf of the rights of woman and the rights of her children. Thus they come as Jesus unfurled the revolution, the banner of Maitreya and the world mother in the beginning. So you shall go forth and see how the equality of the Father, Mother, God shall blossom in sons and daughters of light. And the fallen angels who go after the woman and her seed shall be bound. It is the era of the judgment, beloved, and those who are servants of God may now receive, in due course of their path of initiation, fire upon fire of resurrection's flame. Understand then what is the purpose of resurrection's flame as it pertains to the trial by fire. It is this, beloved: the resurrection flame is like a bubbling elixir. It is a mother of pearl radiance, and when it comes through the body and rises up, it will bring to the surface all things. Thus, quickly you may look at those agents of darkness, at those pockets of God denial. You shall see them for what they are, for you shall see through the third eye and know that they may go into the flame, they may pass. Let them pass. Be not attached. Do not revolve again and again the old things of Atlantis and Lemuria and bygone days of darkness. The resurrection flame does flush out, does consume, does carry away, does refine before it comes to the final work upon your soul, clothing you in garments of the sixth ray, clothing you in that light of Christhood. Thus the resurrection flame brings to the fore all of the good, all of the attainment, all that you have won as victory lifetime after lifetime, which the fallen angels have denied and taken from you, and mounted upon you again and again the condemnation of death and hell itself. The resurrection's fire brings now new life, the green of springtime, the new shoots, and all that is less, all that is not to be preserved, is taken away as you yourself reject it. Keep this, reject that. It is a sorting process. The resurrection flame sorts for you, but you have free will. You must be able to look at things, records, people, situations, longings, unfulfilled expectations, and say to them all, I am a God-free being, complete in myself, in the heart of God. I do not need this. I do not need that. I do not need the next thing. Others may need my belongings. Let them have them. I am a being of love and love's resurrection. I will give love, and all else I have or shall give away. Be God-free, beloved, for in the way of life in this decade, you may more easily meet an angel or an ascended master walking down the street than a discarnate entity, if you keep the ring of fire round about you. Let your presence be fierce in divine love, perpetually repelling negative forces. They come to steal your light. Do not be entertained by them, nor entertain them. Move with definiteness of purpose. Move with the inner vision. Move with the awareness that you are a sphere of light. You are a compartment of God's consciousness, and we use you 24 hours a day to bring light, light, light. Light of the central sun, light of the sacred heart, light of your holy Christ self. Be a sending and receiving station. Be a beacon in the night. Be a pillar of fire and a lighthouse on the rock. Many have need of your heart's love. I call you to the role of angel, of ascended master and of teacher. I call you, beloved, for I present to you another vision, not that which you see on television as role models of glamour pass before you, as the soap operas play on and on out of the astral realm, and somehow insidiously those patterns enter the life of many, and they are consigned to such a narrow band of this physical octave, such a narrow top and bottom. Consciousness is narrow on this platform called planet Earth. Have none of it. Expand into the third and fourth dimensions, beloved. Move in the earth as you are in what you are, the great God self in the process of merging with your soul in the process of becoming the bride of the Lamb. Think big, beloved. Your causal body is vast, yet you use but a trickle of it. Your mighty I am presence is all the power, all of the wisdom, all of the love of a cosmos. Yet the threefold flame does not grow proportionately. It will in answer to your call, but you must have the vision. You must have the understanding of just how mighty is the Lord and how much of that Lord can manifest through you daily. Oh, the love of the heavenly hosts. Oh, the divine pity for all upon earth. Oh, the sense of joy, of hope, of courage we bring. These are days of golden sunshine, of hours infilled with the finest perceptions, a sense of co-measurement of who you are, who you have ever been for 1,000,000 years and more, where you are going, surely on the path of your ascension. Your determination, fixing yourself on the goal, blessed ones, by the grace of God you will not fail. Some of you know that the lords of the 7 rays have opened their 7 etheric retreats to receive students out of the body while they sleep at night, their souls going forth clothed in the etheric garment. We remind you that the universities of the Spirit are open, that you may study there and bring back what you can in the morning or days later of what you experienced. And if you would like to have the very specific details of what you are learning at inner levels, we long ago sponsored the Ascended Masters University in the physical octave. Called Summit University, it convenes for 12-week retreats at the Royal Teton Ranch, base of Maitreya's Mystery School in Montana. There you can come for spring quarter this very year, and there you can learn in the physical octave what you receive at night. It is a retreat. It is a rebuilding. It is the flushing out by the power of resurrection's flame. It is an opportunity to change gears and to go forth therefrom in your life's calling and mission in any city upon earth that you choose. I heartily recommend this, for I, Nada, am one of the sponsoring Lady Masters who does tutor and work with those who would teach many the teachings of the path of life, of putting on the personal Christhood, of discipleship unto the ascended masters. Yes, beloved, our program is full. It is designed to give you what you have not had in this lifetime or many lifetimes of the mystery teachings of Jesus Christ, the true message of the prophets, the way of the Buddha and Lao Tzu and Confucius and Zarathustra and Melchizedek and the many lights of all ages who are your ascended brothers and sisters. When you go forth, armed with love, armed with knowledge, and armed with the power which your mastery of the science of the spoken word will give you, you will know then with a confidence and a certainty that you will fulfill your mission, your fiery destiny in this life. I pray that you will know that you who have come here are called out. You are the called out ones, and many souls are waiting for you to return with the message of their liberation. We have spoken of souls caught on the astral plane. Let us speak of souls in embodiment who yet live in the astral consciousness that is spewed out to them through the television and the low-grade music that is played upon this planet. There are individuals moving about this city who are so caught in the astral plane that they cannot in any way recognize or feel the vibration of ascended masters and angels in their midst. We would rescue them, but they are in a state of fascination of the baubles and trinkets of the astral plane and the voices that peep and mutter and give their statements, though they do not have the qualifications of ascended masters. And thus, if you could combine all of the voices that might be heard speaking from out that astral plane, attempting to influence you, beloved, it would sound as a roar and as a din, and you would find that all of them cancel each other out, whereas the voice of the Son of God within your own heart is sufficient unto you. Many have lost that attunement. They are supersaturated with astral debris and cannot see a light bearer or recognize a light bearer, though they might be face to face with one in physical embodiment. Pity the souls who are in this fascination, who when they pass from the screen of life simply float hither and yon as flotsam and jetsam on the astral sea that is rising, and its dark waters, inky black, beloved, pull souls down into a world of nothingness and more nothingness. I charge you with this thought, beloved. Had the world of Christendom given to you the sense of your great God-free being and the Christ in you and your mission to be that Christ, you and any other of these would never have been moved by these lesser entities floating along the sewers of the lower octaves. It is because all light, all dominion, all mastery is denied to you in the name of the God Jesus Christ, They have made of him an idol while denying your own Christhood. Therefore, it is blasphemy to utter that God is in you, that you are that full expression and can be the refinement of that expression in short time. Thus you see, beloved, without the sense of the inner immanence of God in you, the immanence of that Christ being born and coming to full stature within you, you go astray seeking that person in someone else. Thus when they say, lo, Christ is here and Christ is there, go not, for Christ is in you. Now then, beloved, accept that there is a shining crystal cord. It is tied to your heart. It goes back to your great God presence and all the way back to the great central sun. You are extensions of that central sun upon a darkened planet. You are confident that the bond is strong. This is the umbilical cord between you and your Father, Mother God. Over it flows the light, energy, consciousness, all that you need to fulfill your mission, all that you need for perfect health. Know then that you are indeed extensions, most beloved, and that in you is the key to your destiny. Yes, beloved, come back to your I am presence. Come back to the flame in your heart. It is God, not merely a reflection of God, as the metaphysicians would tell you. You are not a mere reflection of God. You are the manifestation of God. You are the mirror image of that Holy Christ self. You are made of God stuff. Yes, beloved, in the negative polarity of being that is in polarity with the spirit cosmos, you are your God in action every day, every hour, gaining victory, victory, victory. Your hand is the hand of God in action. Your heart contains the heartbeat of God. Your soul, once a part of that great God, has separated out and now must find her way back. Therefore the teacher is come. The teachings are with you and available, and the path is made plain. I ask you to take 12 weeks of your life to ratify this teaching, to clear your auras, for I, Nada, would use you. I would use you as an electrode to draw to you first and foremost your own twin flame, that you might know a mission that can be fulfilled together, whether separate or apart. I desire to see that locking together at inner levels, if outer circumstance does not permit a physical uniting in service. I would draw to you, secondly, those souls that may be anywhere upon this planet in this moment who are a part of what we call the mandala. The mandala is a thought form. It is a geometrical design. And there are souls who form a part of that mandala. We shall say the group karma, the group destiny. When you are together in alliance, one in spirit and mind and heart, you can achieve your reason for being. Whatever your purpose in life, there should be with you now those souls who are a part of that forward, upward movement. Beloved, look at what it takes to launch a rocket and recognize that to launch you in the miracle victory of the ascension to the octaves of light does require thrust. And thrust, beloved, is the momentum of light that you garner. that is reinforced and multiplied by the mandala of you and your co-workers, your brothers and sisters, your family. You may find many of them within this community of the Holy Spirit gathered on the mountain in Montana. You yourself will attract others to complete your unit of the larger picture, which you represent as one of the mystical body of God on earth. You need no longer be the lonely ones. You need not search. Your God is with you, and the ascended masters have called you out to sponsor you. May you accept our offer, beloved, and may you know that at any time you are free to move on if you discover a better place. Know then that we would give you all of our love again and again, for we are infilled and emptied daily. We are self-emptied that we might be filled again, and we give all that we are. We give you love, and we ask you to give in return to the light evolutions of a planet, that the end of this age might behold the victory of many ascending ones and others who are prepared in the rigors of self-discipline to lay foundations of a future generation and age to come. There are two reasons for entering the path of the ministering servant. One is to make your ascension and teach many others how to do the same, for that is your divine plan. Two is to prepare yourself to have the greatest light and adeptship that you might choose to re-embody, perhaps a number of times, to bring to the earth and sustain in the earth your art, your science, your healing method, whatever you have that you must contribute to the foundations of Aquarius. In either case, you need training. You need to put down the excess baggage and the baggage of a fragmented psychology that can be resolved through light, through counseling, through imploring, and through decrees. I, Nada, am an instructor in love. There is no teaching that is taught by the entire spirit of the Great White Brotherhood to which I do not add my love. Love then gives a new understanding of all forms of higher learning and discipline. Thus, I open my heart in the name Jesus Christ. I open my heart to you, and I set the example to all women of this age. You can walk the earth as unascended lady masters, even as I walk the earth as the ascended lady master Nada. Henceforth, you shall not be alone. I will be there. Speak my name and give the call. I take your hand, for I am determined that the long night of the persecution of the woman and her children shall be done before we enter Aquarius. Will you help me, sons and daughters of God, I plead?
Yes!
I thank you with all of my heart, and I am counting on you to make this a reality in the physical octave, here in the earth, here in the streets of Los Angeles.